Greetings and welcome to the Chronicles Reports. I am your host, Chronicles. Today, we are witnessing a tectonic shift in contemporary history, a moment that will be studied for decades as a masterclass in modern geopolitical strategy and its immediate impact on our global landscape. In a matter of hours, the Islamic Republic of Iran, a cornerstone of Middle Eastern politics for nearly half a century, was effectively decapitated. This is not just a change in leadership. It is the removal of the supreme political, ideological, and religious authority of the Shiite world, Ayatollah Khamenei. But he did not fall alone. The regime's top military brass, including the Minister of Defense, the Chief of the General Staff, the Commander-in-Chief of the Revolutionary Guard, and the Head of Intelligence were all eliminated simultaneously. Today, we explore the story behind the smoke, analyze the historical roots of this conflict, and investigate how these high-stakes political maneuvers impact the price of the fuel in your car and the security of our daily lives. When a regime is decapitated, the immediate concern for the global community is chaos. However, an interim leadership council has quickly emerged to steady the ship. Representing a fascinating mix of the administrative and the clerical, President Masoud Pezeshkian, head of the judiciary Gholam Mohsin Anjay, and Ayatollah Alireza Arafi. To understand the logic behind this transition, we must explore its linguistic and cultural roots. In the Iranian system, the Assembly of Experts, a body of 88 Shiite clerics, holds the ultimate power to appoint a permanent successor. This reflects a deep-seated cultural root where religious authority is inseparable from political power. Here's the professional argument. While the regime publicly promises the mother of all revenge, privately, they are signaling a 180-degree turn toward the negotiating table. This duality showcases a professional survival instinct hidden beneath formal religious rhetoric. The formal rhetoric remains fiery and traditional. Grand Ayatollah Hussein Nouri Hamadani, an ultra-conservative figure reaching the age of 101, has issued a fatwa, formal legal decree in Islamic law stating it is the primary duty of all Muslims to avenge their martyred leader. Yet, when we look at the factual military response, it has been described as low intensity and fragmented. We have seen drones and missiles launched toward the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain, specifically targeting major hubs like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but why attack neighbors who were not involved in the initial strikes? The history behind this argument is one of punishment and pressure. By striking members of the Abraham Accords, the deal that normalized relations between Israel and several Arab nations, Tehran is attempting to shatter the image of these countries as safe havens for investment and tourism. They want their neighbors to pressure Washington to halt the offensive. Now, let's analyze how these historical events impact your daily life. You might wonder why the UAE and Bahrain aren't striking back immediately. This is a concept we call strategic containment. If the Gulf nations respond, we enter a nightmare scenario, mutually assured oil destruction. All oil and gas fields in the region are within range of Iran's missiles. Conversely, Iran has a massive lung that gives oxygen to its regime cargo island. This tiny island, less than 6 times the size of New York's Central Park, handles 90% of all Iranian crude exports. It is a sitting duck for U.S. aircraft carriers and regional powers. This illustrates how modern politics is dictated by energy infrastructure. The conflict hasn't spiraled into total regional war because no one wants to see the global economy go up in flames. How did the Ayatollahs get it so wrong? This will likely be recorded as one of the greatest miscalculations of the 21st century. In recent negotiations in Geneva, Iran refused to discuss their ballistic missile program, believing it was their great deterrent that shielded the Islamic Revolution. However, they underestimated 2 critical factors of modern warfare: high-end technology. The use of AI in target selection and the sheer effectiveness of modern air power. Intelligence superiority. The ability to locate and eliminate a supreme leader even within a fortified compound. The personality of the tough guy in international politics only works if your deterrence is real. Once the veil was lifted, the successor regime found itself more docile and receptive to Washington's demands. Does this mean the story is over? Far from it. While conventional warfare may no longer be a viable option for Iran, they are historical masters of hybrid warfare. The Revolutionary Guard's specialty for years has been state-sponsored unconventional tactics. Seen previously in 1979 in Paris and the 1990s in Buenos Aires. The danger now is a shift from state-on-state conflict to jihad, a religious-driven insurgency that utilizes fundamentalist supporters across the region. This is a historical pattern. When a giant is cornered, it changes its method of attack. This event proves that in our modern world, real deterrence is no longer about the size of your army, but the sophistication of your technology and the speed of your intelligence. The decapitation of the Iranian regime has reshaped the Middle East in a single weekend. It has brought the world to a crossroads between a new era of diplomacy or a shadow war that could last decades. History isn't just in the past, it's happening right now, affecting our safety, our economy, and our future. What do you think? Will the new leadership truly seek peace, or is this the calm before a different kind of storm? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Stay informed, stay professional, and we'll see you in the next report on Chronicles. And this has been the Chronicles.